Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Any and There's Always a Disney Guide. But before we get into today's episode, make sure you go to disneyguide.tk, subscribe to my blog, and get you some merchandise, some merch at shop.disneyguide.tk. That's shop.disneyguide.tk. And get you some merch there too. But today's topic is going to be Grey's Anatomy again. But before we get into this topic, I want you to go get some merch. If you haven't, go subscribe to my site. Okay, now let's get into the topic. So today, you guys, we're actually going to be discussing another Grey's Anatomy topic. So if you haven't known or if you haven't seen Grey's Anatomy, obviously it's an amazing 18-season medical drama series that aired, I believe, all the way back in 2005, 2006. I don't know. It's somewhere, back then. And basically, there have been some very sad exits. You guys probably won't believe me, but I began watching the show. I actually discovered the show in like 2019. I never even knew about Grey's Anatomy. I'm pretty sure that I discovered the show or actually started watching it in the year of either 2018 or 2019. That's when I started, watching it and getting to know it. Because at first I thought I was never going to be interested in the show. When I watched it, I was like, oh my God, okay, this is a good show. And then I watched all the seasons before it and saw all those episodes. So I was like a late fan. I didn't know about it until like, I didn't even find out about the show until like late 2019. I never even knew it existed until 2018 or 2019 when I was just looking at some shows. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, let me maybe check this show out. Let me see what it's about. And, when I got interested into the show, I actually started, watching all the seasons before, and I had a lot of catching up to do. But yeah, let's get into today's topic. So we have two topics we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Patrick Dempsey's character, which was Derek Shepherd, and Katherine Heige's character, which was Izzy Stevens. Patrick Dempsey, the beloved doctor known as McDreamy, left in, I believe, 2011 after he got into a car accident on his way to DC. Unfortunately, the car accident was so bad that the person who was operating on him weren't following the procedures accurately, causing him to die slowly until he was rushed to Gray Sloan. And even though the damage was already done, he was basically dead anyway. So the doctor died in season 11, or well, season 10, 11. I would say season 10. Yeah, he died in season 10. But here's the reasons of why his exit happened. Okay, so they were saying that there were some HR issues, and the producer let a statement that was pretty severe. He was like, Patrick Dempsey was sort of like terrorizing the set, probably because he wasn't getting his money when he was supposed to. And he was terrorizing to the set to the point where everyone was getting PTSD seeing him during his lasting episode days. And the producer knew that if Patrick had some sort of way of impacting production of the show. I don't know how, but he had some sort of way of, being able to mess with the production of the show. And that's when Shonda, got fed up and killed him off. Which, honestly, now hearing what happened, I don't blame her. But Shonda Rhimes never made a comment after that. After the producer said what he said. So, I mean, I can understand why Shonda did that. Because Patrick was getting a little too annoying. So he was becoming a pest. He was becoming a pest problem. And she had to get rid of him. So I can understand that. Then you have Izzy Stevens. Izzy Stevens, who was played by Katherine Heige. She left because of, one, she started a family, of course. She had a new baby, I'm guessing. That's what I read from the article. And there wasn't really a specific way that she could handle. You know how it is when you have a regular job, right? You have a child, of course, that kind of impacts the way of your schedule. Just like for a teacher, when a teacher has a child, they usually take off for about a year to spend with their child. But it didn't work that way when it comes up to this type of job because it's TV. It's something that you have to be there for and get done. And she wanted to obviously spend time with her family, so she put her family first. And that's when I believe around like season 5, Izzy started to disappear a little. But in season 6, I believe she returned, with the cancer. But after season 6, she just completely disappeared, like just gone. So mainly the reason why she left was because of her family. Now, Isaiah Washington left. Well, he was fired. I believe I talked about this subject, but Isaiah Washington, who played Preston Burke, left because of what did he leave because of? Oh, there was an incident between him, Patrick Dempsey, and T.R. Knight. T Preston called, I mean, not Preston, Isaiah called TR the F slur, the gay slur. And they were I believe someone reported it to Shonda, and Shonda reported it to ABC, and ABC fired him. Alex Karev left. Obviously he just wanted to retire retire Alex Karev. And then who else? Sandra Oh left. She left Christina because, well, not just because of the Grey's Anatomy fame. It was another thing. Sandra Oh was talking about how great she had to get, counseling because of Grey's Anatomy fame. I was like, that's probably one of the reasons why that contributed to her exit, but also because she probably wanted to pursue other careers besides just being in Grey's Anatomy. But there were other reasons, I just don't know them as well. T.R. Knight, I believe it was the same. He wanted to pursue other things, but there was also there was some sort of conflict between him and Shonda. I don't know what that was, but there was a little conflict that took place in season 5, which led to the reason why he left when after season 5 ended. Okay, so who else do we need to talk about? Jesse Williams left because he wanted to pursue other things as well. Practically the whole main cast is gone. April left. I don't know why the person who played April left. I don't know why for that. I don't know why the person who left Arizona, who played Arizona, or Callie Torres, I don't know why they left either. I forgot. Who left in season 15? Did anyone leave? I don't think anyone left. Okay, season 16. That was Alex Karev. Season 17. Okay. Todd Bierman, who played Dr. Karasik, he left season 16 as well. Yeah, a lot of people have left the show over the years. I would say that there's been a lot of, there's a lot more to the story than it seems. I just what gets on my nerves is like, why are you telling us this? We've been new. I been knew Catherine Heige left because of family reasons, but Patrick Dempsey's exit, I was a bit surprised. Like, he was terrorizing the set over HR issues. I was like, what? And why was he doing that to the cast anyway? It's not the cast's fault that he wasn't getting paid accurately or on time. That TV jobs are totally different than regular jobs. Okay, get paid differently at a different time, at a different on a whole different thing. So that was kind of irritating. I was like, why is Patrick being like this? I was pretty shocked. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you subscribe and follow this podcast on all podcasting platforms, Google, Spotify, whatever. Make sure you check out my website, DisneyGuy.tk, and get you some merch at shop.disneyguy.tk. And thank you so much for listening in. And yeah, bye-bye, guys.